Hi, it's Stacy. Um, Today I'm going to I saw this little tag thing going around, and I thought it was kind of cute, and it was really simple, and could be kind of funny, a little embarrassing. But it's 10 things you don't know about me, which is pretty easy because, like, you really don't know much about me. Actually, some of you know me extremely well, and it'll be kind of hard to find things that you don't know about me. But for the most part, it's just kind of a cute little thing to try and get to know somebody. And I'd love to hear what 10 crazy things that nobody knows about you. But anyway, I'm gonna get started. I apologize for the lighting because I don't know this. I'm out in my living room and the lighting isn't so great, but I didn't feel like taping in my bedroom today. Taping. Oh, anytime I say taping, oh, I'm gonna tape something off the DVR. My son makes fun of me because I'm ancient. He goes, "Mom, nobody tapes anymore." So, I guess video. Didn't feel like videoing in my bedroom today. I don't know. Whatever. So 10 things that you don't know about me, or most likely don't know. Some of them you may. Um, First of all, I am a compulsive thinker, and I think there are so many of us out there that are compulsive thinkers. Um, this has been ever since I was little, and I really didn't even know. I didn't know what a compulsive thinker was, but I always had these like random thoughts through my head, going through different scenarios in my head. And this goes back as early as I can remember, even as a young child. And it was a really problem when I had to fall asleep at night. I couldn't fall asleep because I would always be thinking of either things I wanted to do or things that happened during the day or just all these different things that I would think of. I mean, just be whatever, I mean, these random thoughts used to constantly go through my head, and if I had a decision that I was thinking about or making, and it would just constantly go through my brain and wouldn't stop. And it would be a problem when I had to fall asleep. So I always used to sleep with a radio underneath my pillow, and this is probably I remember being like 11 years old and having to put a radio underneath my pillow so that one of those little transistor radio thingies, um, and and I would have to listen to some kind of talk show, talk radio, whatever, because if I listened to music, I would sing all night. I would just like I would just all sing to the music. So I used to have to listen to like talk shows. I remember Larry King. I used to listen to all the time, and I went on late at night. And then I started with Coast to Coast, Art Bell, and then that was like freaky little things. And actually, it started keeping me up at night too because they were talking about aliens and things like that. So I was getting kind of scared and all this stuff. But anyway, that was one of the things that I used to try and do to stop my brain from thinking constantly, to just try and just fall asleep and just relax and everything like that. So yeah, number one, I'm a compulsive thinker, and I still do it. I don't think I do it as badly as I used to. I think I can control it a little bit more, so I can fall asleep. But it's still sometimes an issue especially when I go to bed at night, or if I'm supposed to be paying attention to something um, that kind of doesn't interest me. I just go off, into another world. Anyway, um, number two, I have, and this is again ever since I can remember, I have an obsession with counting, um, and I remember like waiting for the school bus or waiting for, even when I was in college and waiting for the bus, I had this obsession with counting. When I'm waiting for something, I always have to count, and I would use my fingers, and I would always go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I would do it to myself, but my fingers would still be moving, and I'm thinking like people must be looking at me like I'm kind of crazy, but it was what I did. I would always like constantly count in my head, and um, it was always in tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then I would count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, constantly until whatever I was waiting for happened. Like if I was waiting for a ride to come pick me up, or if I was waiting for my parents when we were going out, or whatever. If I was sitting there waiting, I would always have to be counting. I find myself doing it once in a while now, but I don't think I'm waiting for things as much now. I think people are mostly waiting for me. My life's, not that it's so busy, but, with, 2 kids and a job and a house and everything like that, I don't really have as much time to think, to count, but I still do it once in a while. I'll catch myself. I'm going to go with my fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's just, I don't know, just something that I do. Is there anybody else out there that does anything like that? I don't think that is so uncommon either. I think there might be more people that do stuff like that than I think. I hope. Anyway, all right. Number 3, I love, love, love dill pickles. I could eat a whole jar of. Not, I don't like the spears. I like the spears. Those are okay. Even the big whole pickles, those are okay. But those little baby dill pickles, oh my god, because they crunch and they're hard. They're crunchy, and they're just, I don't know. They're like, ooh, I'm getting like that vinegary in my mouth now. But I love them. And when I was little, and I could remember waking up in the morning before school, going downstairs, before I even having my breakfast, I would go in and I'd get a pickle. My mother would be like, ew, what are you doing? But I would eat a pickle like 6 o'clock in the morning. I just love them. I love them. I can eat them anytime. They're fantastic. Love them. Anyway, okay, so now number 4. And some people who know me knew this very well, is I am deathly afraid of birds. They scare the crap out of me. If they're flying up in the air, hey, that's wonderful, that's great, that's fabulous. Get one on the ground and keep me away. I am like so deathly afraid of birds. They're just like, to me, they're just so sharp. I don't know, and they look mean. I don't know. They're like big, 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 huge flies with feathers, and that's freaky. I don't know. They scare me, and heaven forbid that one is in a place where there's like a roof. Like when I go to New York and New Jersey, when I go ride the trains, and they're in the little train stations there, and there's a roof above you, I freak out. And at my parents' house, they have this little, they had this little wreath thing or whatever on their front door. And I would say probably about 4 or 5 times when you open the door, I don't know if there was a bird nest right around it or birds would fly into it, whatever, but open up the door and a bird would fly in the house while I would run. I mean, it is terrible. It's terrible. I am deathly, deathly afraid of birds. Haven't you ever seen The Birds, that movie? Man, that was freaky. I think that ruined it for me. I don't know, but anyway, yeah, so that's number 4. Number 5. I'm sorry, I got my little list here because I can't remember. Dreams. I dream every single night. And I don't know, there's always this dilemma, not dilemma, but debate of whether people dream. Do you dream every night? Everybody dreams every night. I dream every night several times. And I remember them. And sometimes I won't completely remember them, but sometime during the day or during the morning, I will remember them. They really affect me. A lot of times I dream when I'm half awake, like I'm half asleep, half awake, and I'm dreaming something. Usually I know when I'm dreaming, especially if it's like a really scary, bad dream. And I will know that I'm dreaming, and it will calm me down because I would get really, 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 really scared in my dreams. So I learned this from Blue's Clues, believe it or not, where you could control your dreams. This is my dream, and you can change it if you want to, that little thing. So yeah, I tried it, and this is when I was an adult because I had my children. That when I watched Blue Clues, I was finally able to realize that in my dream, if it's really, really bad or really, really scary, I'll know, oh, wait a minute, this is a dream, and I can calm down, and whatever's going to happen is going to happen here, but it's just a dream. Another thing about my dreams is sometimes I have like what's called sleep paralysis, where I'm awake, but like my body's asleep, and I can't move, I can't breathe, and a lot of times I will be hearing people in my house. Like that part is the dream part. Is like I could hear people walking around, and um, but I'm awake. My eyes are open, and I'm looking around. I'm in my bed. I know where I am, but I can't move, and a lot of times I can't breathe. And that's when I have to also calm down and say, okay, I know what this is. I gotta calm down. So I have like strange sleeping things, with dreams and stuff. So yeah, that's that. Um, Next is I cry like a freaking baby. I cry all the time. I mean, it's actually become a problem because sometimes it's not an appropriate time, and I'll cry if I see somebody else crying, or I'll cry at movies. I cry reading books. I cried at commercials. That Kleenex commercial, Through the Tears. Kleenex says bless you, and they went through all these touching little things, and I was freaking crying. And it makes me feel, at times, it stops me from saying things that I want to say if I'm so upset, or I'm so angry, or I'm so hurt, and I start to cry, and then I can't talk. So I can't say what I want to say. It makes me seem like I'm not strong, which I am a pretty strong person. I am independent. I am strong. I am, I've been through a lot. I handle a lot. Um, but I cry. I'm emotional, but I'm still strong. And sometimes it makes me appear to be not strong, and that bothers me. But yeah, I cry. My daughter thinks it's hysterical because we'll be sitting there watching a movie or a show or whatever, and I feel those tears come on. I'm like, oh crap. And my daughter knows, and she'll start looking at me, Mommy, you crying? I'm like, no, 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 I'm not crying, but she knows damn well I am. So anyway, yes, I cry all the time, and if somebody else is crying in front of me, forget it. I'm a goner. I'm crying. I'm crying. I may not even know why you're crying, but I'll cry. So yeah, that's another one. Um, Next, I watch YouTubers, that are like less than half my age, more than half my age, less than half my age, whatever. They're a lot younger than me, like that are in their teens. I watch some girls that are teenagers, and I don't watch them in a creepy way. A lot of them are beauty gurus. Some of them are weight loss videos, and some of them are just like, there's certain people that I watch that are just fun people. Like, they're young people, and they're just living life. They're having a great time, and I just think it's so fun. And I like to see they're all a bunch of friends, and they all vlog, and I think it's kind of cute. It's interesting, I mean, but it's not like in a creepy way. And a lot of the young YouTubers that I watch, the young girls that I watch on there, I do that because my daughter also likes to watch makeup videos and things like that, and I like to know who she's watching, or if I see somebody that I think, oh, this girl is a really sweet girl, and I think that, my daughter could really watch these videos, and, like that kind of thing. So it's not in a creepy way, but yeah, I follow these like as if I'm a teenager myself, and I'm not. Okay, next is, and I don't even know what number I am. I think I'm on 8. I am addicted to the ID channel, all those kind of crime shows, or any kind of those investigative report shows and everything. I love them. Snapped, I think Snapped is my favorite because those are like the women that go crazy and kill the man. Not that I'm, whatever, do anything like that. I just think it's kind of, I don't know, I just think those shows are so interesting. Crime 360, all those crime shows on ID channel or crime channel. I mean, there's a few different channels that I don't really remember all the names of them, but I switch on all of them, and I love those shows. I love them. I think they're great. I'm addicted to them. Any kind of reality-based TV show, I like. Well, not any of them. Don't give me any Honey Boo Boo, because that really pisses me off, what they do to that poor child, and they exploit her, and I think it's sick. But I love, like, American Idol, X Factor, Dancing with the Stars, like those competition shows, anything like reality based. I don't even know if there are any scripted shows that I watch anymore. So yeah, like ID channel, anything kind of reality based show. I love them. Um, I do also have to admit, I'm one of those that I do watch Teen Mom. That's the one that I do watch that I'm kind of, embarrassed of. But anyway, okay. Next is I think this is 9. I don't know. I'll go back and count later, but I think it's 9. I laugh at very inappropriate times. I cry at inappropriate times. I laugh at inappropriate times. That's just, I can't help it. Like sometimes if I'm in a fight or if somebody's like really, really mad at me about something, I laugh. Or, and it's a nervousness. I don't know. Or sometimes I'll just like try and say something funny. Like I'll make a stupid comment. Like somebody's really pissed off at me. I'll make a stupid comment and then they'll kind of get more pissed off at me, but I can't help it. I just do it. I just do it. And I always think of Mary Tyler Moore. Here I am showing my age. Mary Tyler Moore show where Chuckles the Clown dies, and he was dressed up as a peanut, and the elephant stepped on him and killed him in a parade thing that they were having in the circus or whatever. And everybody was making jokes. Right after everybody was making jokes, that he was dressed as a peanut and the elephant stepped on him or ate him or whatever. And Mary was getting so mad. She was getting so mad at everybody because this man died. And then they were all at the funeral, and everyone is so serious, and everyone is, talking about Chuckles the clown, and all that. And all of a sudden, Mary starts laughing hysterical. And everyone's like looking at her like, you were so serious. That's kind of how I am. It's like at the most inappropriate time, how can you not laugh? I don't know. I do. Don't get mad. Don't get mad if you're in a fight with me and I start laughing. That's just me. And then the last one is about love. I don't I don't love I won't say I don't love many people, but I don't fall in love very easily. But when I do love somebody, I love them like really, really hard. It's like I love them, and it takes me forever to get over somebody. Like if I would always look at all these girls that, oh, I'm so in love. I met him. He's love. He's been loving my life. Blah, blah. And then like a month later, they break up. And then, 2 weeks later after that, oh, I'm in love. He's the best thing that ever happened. Where has he been all my life? And I would still be like pining over the guy from like 3 years ago. And I'm like, what's wrong with me? I don't know what it is that once I fall for somebody, once I get to that point, I mean, believe me, it takes a lot for me to get to that point, because usually if I'm involved with somebody or talking to somebody or whatever, usually I could walk away no problem. That usually I can. It's like, and let me tell you, I've done it many times where even if I liked the person, but I'm like, well, you know what? If they're not interested in me, they don't want to be with me, then I'm okay. Then why am I going to pine over them? I mean, all that logical. And usually I'm okay with that. But if I'm at a certain point, or if I truly believe that this person is really good for me, or they bring out something in me, I can't, it takes me forever to get over somebody. And I think that really sucks. I think it's good in some ways, because I wouldn't want to be somebody who falls in love every other week, because that's not, I don't think that's really love. I don't think you can really fall in love that many times. I mean, then it's not as special, but it's just difficult that I have a hard time getting over somebody. I can accept that it's over and we're not going to be together, and I can do that, but it takes me a long time to actually be able to get over and move on and get past it and stop hurting about it. I could act fine and be fine, but it takes a long time for me to actually get over the hurt. And that's the problem. I can say to myself, okay, well, I know this is going to pass. I know it's going to pass. But still, it takes forever. I don't know how these other people do it, where they fall in love all the time and boom, they're over it, And on the other side of that is, once I do get over somebody, once I get past a certain point, I'll never go back. Ever. It's just, once I finally get to that point, and that person, they could be a fantastic person. They're not, I don't think I really fall in love with bad people, but even if they're a really, really great person, once I go through so much to get over somebody, I can't ever go back. That's just, that's, the other side of it is because when I love somebody and then I finally get over them, I'm not going to go through that again for the same person anyway. But it's made me stronger, um, and I don't know, I guess I kind of like it in a strange way. So those are, I believe those are 10. I kind of stopped counting, but I believe those are 10. I had them written down as 10. So I would love to hear what kind of crazy things that you do. And I hope that I didn't bore you too much. And if you'd like to follow me, that would be fantastic. I have if you're not subscribed to me, I do a weight loss videos that I'm trying to lose about 1,000 pounds. No, not 1,000, but a lot. Anyway, follow me, subscribe, comment, send a video, whatever. Call me. Got my number? Call me. All right. I will talk to you later. Bye.